Smells fantastic in the kitchen right now. You never can go wrong with a recipe from Chef's Market, and especially this one with all the tailgating and football parties coming up. We're making hot caramelized onion dip with bacon and Gruyere cheese. Oh, it looks so good. It smells so good. We want to welcome Jim Hagy back to Talk of the Town. Thank you so much for coming up with this special recipe just for us.
We did come up with it just for you, and it was so good that we've added it to our holiday menu for pickup. It's really, really great. Good. This is Not Your Mama's French onion dip.
Thank heavens, right?
Thank heaven.
Yeah.
But it's got bacon in it.
Okay.
And to begin the recipe, you know, one of the things to do is we're going to cook the bacon off.
Okay.
And then once the bacon's cooked, this is 8 slices of bacon. We're going to take that bacon grease and then we're going to saute and caramelize the onions. So there's nothing better than a little bacon grease, a little onions. And those, I'm going to turn this up just a little bit.
This is not a low-fat recipe.
It's not a low-fat recipe.
And that's okay. We can splurge every once in a while, right?
And then also for tailgating, of course, it's a great recipe for that as well. So this is 4 onions, and we've cut them in half, and then we've cut them again into smaller sections. And then we're going to add just a little bit of sea salt to that.
Nice.
Give it a little bit of flavor, and then a little bit of sugar. And the sugar helps caramelize the onions. And what we're going to do is we're going to cook that on kind of high heat for just probably about 5 minutes, and that's going to get the juices going out of them. Then we're going to leave it cooking for another 20 minutes.
Okay.
And this is one of the things, probably the hardest thing about this recipe, is you've got to stir it and keep those onions caramelized, but you don't want the onions to burn.
Okay.
So that takes about 20 minutes to do that.
All right, but it's worth the time.
It is worth the time.
So good. And it really cooks
Absolutely.
down, because you look at this.
This is it.
I mean, there's a lot of volume lost, but all the flavor is just really
nice
intense in there.
Just a little bit, it cooks the sugar out of the onion, and it's delicious. So once you get this going, so we're going to add a little bit of sherry. This is cooking sherry to that, and then we're going to add a little bit of thyme. And
you're using the fresh thyme.
Fresh thyme. You could use dry thyme if you want, and then a little bit of Tabasco. I like a little extra.
Okay.
And then we're going to do a little bit of pepper, and we're going to mix this up. And this is about 1 minute. We're going to mix this together, and then slow cook that. And you're going to cook the sherry into those onions. And while that's cooking, we're going to come over here and we've got...
Can I stir this for you while you're doing that?
That'd be great.
Okay.
So we've got a cup of mayonnaise, and a nice extra thick mayonnaise would be good. Hellman's one that I like. And then you've got sour cream, 1 cup of that. We're going to add that to that bowl. And then we're going to add the Gruyere. And this is what Gruyere looks like. You can find it in the store.
Take a look at this. Gruyere cheese. We looked it up because we weren't exactly sure where it came from. I thought it was French, but it's actually from Switzerland.
It is from Switzerland. And
that's kind of a little bit of a nutty flavor.
We thought it tasted a little bit like a nutty Swiss cheese when we were trying it. It's
super
really good.
Yeah, they use it in quiches a lot.
They do use it in quiche. And then we're going to take our bacon.
Okay.
And this I've chopped up. I just took our 8 slices of bacon and put that together. And then our Gruyere, we're going to put that in there. And then you just stir this up.
So much goodness going into one dip. This is going to feed a crowd too, isn't it?
It is going to feed a crowd. This would probably be enough for about 20 people, like the dish that we're showing today. And you could take this recipe and cut it in half and put it into a smaller skillet. But we're going to mix that on up in here. And then once you get this mixed up, we're going to add it back into the skillet. By the way, you would have preheated your oven to about 400 degrees. And then we'll mix this. This will be good. It's all going in one spot anyway.
Right.
And we'll stir that up.
So that's all going to go into a skillet?
That's all going to a skillet, and I would maybe warm this a little bit, but you heat your oven to 400 degrees, and then put all of this into a skillet. Cook it for 20 minutes again, 20 at the same time.
In the oven?
In the oven, and it's nice and brown, golden brown. Then we serve it with toast points. If you get you a piece of artisan bread, you slice it really thin, put a little bit of olive oil on top, a little bit of salt, and it's perfect.
Man, that looks absolutely fantastic. I think this will be a big hit at your tailgate party.
Pair this with like some cranberry turkey sliders, and you've got a perfect start to a tailgate.
Oh, I think so too. What a great recipe. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really
it's always a
appreciate
pleasure.
It. All right, this is recipe number 5425. It's online now in the Talk of the Town recipes section at newschannel5.com. And there is more great food, as always, at Chef's Market and Catering and Restaurant in Goodlettsville. Thank you.